Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and today we are doing another video in my Halloween 2023 series. This one is for an Instagram hop for Scrappy Tales Crafts. Scrappy Tales just came out with a tremendous, humongous, yes, a fantastic Halloween collection. I did do an unboxing, so you'll have to go back and take a look at that. I'll leave a link up here for you guys. But what I'm working with first is the cute Halloween 5-layer stencil. Now this also pretty much replicates some of the papers in the paper pack. The paper pack is smaller, but this is a bit larger, and I think this is just fabulous. I'm also using some Simon Hurley solar paste, which I really haven't played with much, but I thought that would be fantastic for these different layers. One fair warning though, you do need to wait in between each layer for it to dry, because pastes do take a little bit of time to dry. I'm not going to make you sit through all of the time that it took putting these together. I was actually doing other things while I waited for it to dry. And it doesn't really take that long compared to some of the other pastes, but these things are just fabulous, and I'm loving all of that shine on here. So each of them does show up in the jar as being white, and when it's on dark cardstock it does show that mica, so it does have a bit of a shimmer, especially when you move it into the light. So these are turning out fabulous. I used a purple, I used a blue, I used a yellow, and I'm using here I'm using an orange for those cute little pumpkins. We'll leave a list to all of the colors down below. And one other thing, when you're putting it on, sometimes you could wind up scraping a little extra off without meaning to. Now for the bats and such, and for the faces on my ghosts and pumpkins, I didn't have any kind of solar paste that would work, so I'm using the new Distress. This one is the Distress texture paste that is in black opaque, and it worked perfect. Next, I'm using some dyes from the Perfect Perfect Halloween Night, and there is this cute little kitty that is sitting in a pumpkin with his head poked out of the pumpkin. Well, I realized that the cut lines that are kind of to show you where everything goes on Sabrina's dyes worked perfect for me to be able to really quickly carve out the face on the pumpkin. So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm adding a little extra orange to the jack-o'-lantern face, just using some markers. The markers are from Artify, and I will leave a link down below for that as well. And I'm actually just using a couple of the different colors. This set is a 48 marker set, so I'd say just pick what colors you have. I also cut out the little head of the kitty in some black, and now I'm going to add some white eyes onto our kitty so he can see. Going ahead and adding that on with some liquid glue. Pretty much you've got all the pieces that you need to create this cute little kitty, and just keep adding little bits of glue to glue it all together. It's real easy to do this paper piecing, and it is kind of therapeutic. We've even got a little stem for our pumpkin. So I cut that one out of green, and I'm just attaching it to the top of this die that has the kitty with its little head. And then we've got the top of the pumpkin. I'll put that onto the main image there, just again with some liquid glue. I love the way that this is turning out. Oh my goodness, he is just so stinking cute. Now, we can't leave our little kitty with just the white eyes, so I took out a green marker, and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of color to his eyes. Also, there is another dye that is for his little tail, so we've got to take care of that as well. So coloring in his little eyes, and then, like I said, I decided to go with green, and I think that looks perfect. Now, the reason that I like the idea of doing the jack-o'-lantern face cut out is I wanted to put some vellum behind it. And you'll see why in just a minute, because this is just, I think this is just too stinking cute. I love the way this is going. So I trimmed off the little excess vellum, and I'm also cutting out a couple of the other pumpkins that are in this die set as well. Reason being, I needed to cover a larger space on the front of my panel. panel. I'm going to go ahead and glue down that stenciled panel onto the front of my card, and then we're going to pull out an easy light. You guessed it, I'm making this into a light up jack-o'-lantern. Putting a couple pieces of double-sided adhesive on the back of my little one light, and I'll put that onto the front of my card, about where I think I want my pumpkin to be positioned. I have tested a bunch of this out off camera because it does take a little while to get everything positioned exactly right, but I think this is going to work perfect. So I've got it right in the center because that's where I want the light to go. And even with those pumpkins, I was going to have part of my mechanism still showing. So I'm using a little ghost from the set, kind of peeking out behind our little kitty and pumpkins to cover up the rest of that one light mechanism. And that is going to be just perfect sizing for what we need here. So next we're going to put on some of the best ever foam tape onto the back, because of course it is the perfect size and it gives you a chance to reposition it if you need to. I'm asking also to be careful not to cover up where my mechanism is, and at one point it looks like I did put it in the wrong spot and had to trim a piece down. Now I've got everything cut down to size and I can just test it out real quick. Always test before you put it down, although this tape makes it so that you're able to move it again if you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down, and awesome, it is in the perfect spot and everything is the right height and all. However, I do not have anything to say where we're supposed to push. So I'm taking one of those pumpkins again. This time I'm not doing the jack-o'-lantern base, I'm just doing the pumpkin, and I'm going to stamp it with a press here stamp that's in my Lawn Fawn set. And I stamped that out with Gina K ink. Also decided that those little pumpkins, they need a stem that's not orange, so I just grabbed a marker and colored those up, and I'm going to just add my little press me button, my press me stamp right over where I need them to press so they know that it is a light up card. Then I'm adding a sentiment out of the, we'll leave a link to that down below, but it does come with everything. So this one says, "Too cute to spook," and it turned out fabulous. And that is gonna finish up this super cute card using the new Halloween collection from Scrappy Tales Crafts and a one light from Pear Blossom Press. I think this turned out super cute. You guys have a wonderful day. Be sure to check out the playlist to see more videos where I'm using Scrappy Tales products, and check out the rest of the Instagram hop, starting with my post with pictures of this cute little kitty over on my Instagram. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.